Hello everyone, I'm Conman1125, and this is the first episode of Hermits on Bedrock. Today, we will be doing a tour of the realm, and you'll get to see me do a little bit of building on our mega build here in the shopping district. And while we're here in the shopping district, I'm going to check some of the shops out. Let's see what we got. Nothing. Need to do a little bit of restocking there. Let's check the most popular ones. Okay. So as you can see, we have a lot of shops here in the shopping district. Everybody in the realm pretty much has a shop except for 3 or 4 people. Well, some of the newer guys at least. And we have a bank and everything. It's crazy. Over here we have the complex, the community complex. Interior is unfinished. But up here is just a place where anyone can come and get information. Everybody has a room up here. You can see the members, and then of course we have to add the other 6 to the back. And, you know, you can put room jobs. You can post anything you need help with. We have a factions board. We have the news, and then we have room projects. If you have any projects to do, you can come and post it here, and people can come and sign up and things like that. So this is my base right here, and as I show you around, kind of give you a little tour of it, I'll explain some things about this channel and what you can expect to see out of it. I do a lot of redstone things. I do a lot of farms. Mostly, I use a lot of Silent Whisper's design. He's a genius. Everything that he has works on Bedrock unless he tells you that, you know, it's outdated and stuff like that. I use a lot of, if you ever see mob heads or player heads or anything like that, mini blocks, those are all Foxy No-Tails. All of his stuff works on Bedrock as well, on realms. So if you're ever looking for something, or you have a realm and you're looking for some kind of add-on to use, I definitely recommend Foxy No-Tails. As we're flying back to the shopping district, I'll go and tell you that we've been in this realm for about 8.5 months. So a lot of us here are, you know, well off. We've got all the resources we need, so now we can concentrate on doing big builds like this. And this is just part of it. It's going to be pretty huge. Now we got one more tier to go. Placed a lot of glass last night on a live stream. Had a couple people watch. It was okay. And got the aquarium done, but really the biggest part of this is the lab underneath. Simple shulker box door. Go down here. I gotta pretty that up a little bit. You come down here. You have this big super smelter right here. I didn't design this, and I will put the person who did and the video link in the description because this is just a genius idea. It's over a stack of furnaces that go around in a circle, and they smelt super quickly. Like, I put all this glass in there, put all this sand in there, turned all this into glass. In less than 5 minutes, I was done while I was working on the mending station / eco-friendly fuel farm. You know, because you got the kelp instead of using coal. In here, the current work in progress is our sorting system for all of our resources in the shops we're gonna have with the shulker box unloader. The water stream going over, and I'll go into this more in detail later on in this video. I'll probably wind up doing these 3 modules, and I can kind of show you how I do it, which is pretty similar to how anybody would do a sorting system, but I have to tailor it a little bit to work on this realm. Because, you know, sometimes in realms you lose a tick or 2, and things usually fall out. But there's a couple ways that you can prevent that from happening. This is pretty much our vault, and eventually I'm going to have or not eventually, pretty soon I'm going to have 2 minecart hoppers down there, and we'll just throw an item, boop, it's going to be a key, it'll open that up, pop out the other side. And I might do a video on that as well. Come down here, we have our automatic potion brewer, designed by Silent Whisper. You really should check out his channel. Anything redstone, check out his channel. And down here, we have our Villager Trading Center. This design was originally made by Silent Whisper, but of course I had to do a couple little tweaks to fit it like I wanted. Very good tutorial video if you guys wanted to check out some of that. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comments and I can answer them. I'm pretty experienced by now with the whole villager trading and stuff like that. Little villager breeder going into a very simple system. Bob Zombie died yesterday somehow, randomly. And, you know, I'm going to flip all these back. You don't want to send them to the system without them being ready. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been working on here recently. But today we will mostly be doing the exterior of this building as well as working on our main sorting system. As you guys can see, there is a lot of work to be done still on the exterior of what we already have outlined, not to mention what we don't have outlined yet because there's still one more chair to go, little helicopter pad, our executive offices, stuff like that. But the most grind thing that I've done on Minecraft is placing all this glass. I spent 4.5 hours yesterday just placing about a third of this glass. And as you can see, we have a lot to go today. So we're back at the super smelter. Took all this glass out. We got all this glass, right? But now the hard part is we're going to turn all this clear glass into gray stained glass. And that takes white dye and black dye to do. White dye, no problem. Make a skeleton farm. You can make an automatic bone meal farm, which we do have at our farm, which I'll show you here in a minute. The hardest part is getting that black dye. You know, squid farms are broken in 1.16. They don't work as good. They're not worth, you know, unless you have hours and hours and hours to AFK. They're not really worth. Oh, look! Oh, the look whenever you find a squid out in the river. I always hit the fortune 3 of them dudes. I'm sorry, looting 3 of those dudes. Nothing else. And we're gonna head over to the farm. I'm gonna sleep over on Ryan's little lounges right up here. But we're gonna go over to the farm and we are going to get us some squid. So here we are at CNS Industries, which is that big building, by the way. Me and Saquon, because I'm common, Saquon CNS Industries, we came together and said, you know what, let's just build all the farms we can build, and let's build a huge building and let's sell it all. If you ever want to build a zombie pigment farm for gold, don't build these. This is it's not broken, it still works, but it's so slow because magma cubes will take up all the space. And as you see, they'll fall down, but eventually magma cubes will fill this up. Now we built this little cart system that's on a timer that goes out exactly enough blocks to get all these dudes over here to disappear. But it's just so slow compared to some of the other ones you can build in the overworld. I say that as a whole bunch of them fall down, but it normally does not work that good. See, we already got one of those guys up there. And eventually they'll take up the entity cap, and then no zombie pigment will spawn at all. So we come in here, a little tour of this place. You know, cool little design, CNS. Come over here, a little storage, and then we have our pigment trading center. Yeah, our pigment trading center. All automatic. Put some gold in here, it goes across, dispenses the gold and catch it. Unfortunately, these things used to be mighty. Unfortunately, they are broken now. But as you can see, you get a lot of trades from a lot of obsidian. Instead of having to go to the obsidian towers, you can just... So here we are on the upside of our farm. You can see everything that we farm here. You know, all the different types of woods we have out right now. We got some wheat going, sugar cane, bamboo, and of course our main thing is our gold farm and our iron farm and our gunpowder farms. And I'll fly you over there and we can get the kind of an inside scoop of those before I start hunting down the squid. So up here the gold farm. Just 2 tier, but it's more than enough. Auto sorting trident killer. If you don't put a trident killer on your farms to get the looting 3 effect, then you are missing out on twice as much loot, if not 3 times as much loot. We try to do, if it's going on, there's a trident killer on it. We gotta take advantage of it here because we're on Bedrock. And here's our creeper farm. It works decent. But the coup de grace is over here. This is our newest farm area. You can see that because we still have all of our rails and stuff up here. And if Bedrock will ever load, I'll show you. Okay, so as you see, we got our iron farm, and it's connected to our melon and pumpkin farm, and then our bamboo farm. Super cool. Saquon built this himself, and it works very well. Press this button. Does that? Chops it down. Goes back. You get quite a bit of bamboo from this. Quite a bit. Go down. See that? All this bamboo. That bamboo's gonna go in there. So you see, that wasn't even the full. It wasn't even grown all the way, and we'll probably still get a stack before it's over, and it's gonna come back and pick up a little bit more. And as you can see, it doesn't look good on realms, but we do what we can. It stops. Go. A little bit right there. Come in here. The melon farm. Here, the iron golems already died. This farm, designed by someone Whisper, works excellent for any kind of mid experience level. And if you don't want to grind for hours and hours building the bigger one, this one's pretty good. Like you can see, we get plenty of this farm. And one really cool thing I just learned is how to AFK on Bedrock without having to get a auto clicker or anything. Place you down, some social, place you on a block, and just stand there. And you won't take any hunger because you're not actually jumping, but the game thinks that you are, so it's never gonna kick you out. You won't get timed out or nothing. You just set your laptop or whatever you got on no sleep for the Xbox controller, plug it in so it won't turn it off. And then you just sit here, and you go do whatever you gotta do for a couple hours, and then come back and you got a whole bunch of iron, or gunpowder, whatever, and you can AFK. So yeah, that's pretty much the iron farm section of our... But now what we're really here for, the ink sacks, the black dye. One of the hardest items to get on Minecraft. So now that we got almost 2 stacks of ink sacks, we're going to go back and start making and placing all this glass onto the S&C tower. So I've got an inventory full of glass, and I got a lot of glass to place. So I'll bring you back whenever I place all this glass. You can kind of get an idea how much actually goes into these windows. And we're just placing glass, and placing glass, and placing glass. I know this looks like it's a lot of placing glass, and it really is, but I can get some more glass. It'll be worth it in the end. It's already starting to look a lot more complete, but just think. All this glass. So much glass. Many shulker boxes. And glass and glass and glass. Oh. Let me tell you, I don't want to see another piece of glass for a few days. Okay, so along with finishing placing the glass, I also, did a couple little minor adjustments to the exterior structure, along with building all the platforms that will soon all have grass along the edges. That way we kind of get a little eco-friendly vibe going. I like the looks that these over here are giving us. Kind of adds a little bit of color, a little bit of life to the build. And also I raised. I was looking at this, and me and Saquon were looking at this, and we kind of just said, it needs to be taller. So I made it 2 blocks taller. I'm gonna add some more corals in there. I'm gonna add some more fish. Probably gonna have to remove the lights around the edge of the aquarium, because fish will come around the lights, as you see here. I think that's might be what's happening. Either there might be a light below the fish tank that I need to go down there and remove. But either way, job well done, I think. Spent about 4.5 hours placing glass. Started this episode at 1, and it is now 5:30. Yes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is all the time we had for today. But hopefully next video I will have this finished, or have at least a little bit more work done on it. And I might do a little in progress video as well. But I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you next time.